Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today, August 14th, 2019. Oh man, XRP just made a bullish move. Well, in my opinion anyway. And please keep in mind, this is not financial advice, just my opinion. Alright, so let's get to it, see what's going on. Let's go over here to the chart, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, okay? This is a pretty quick video. So we have XRP. This is on TradingView, okay? This is XRP versus ETH on the ETH trading pair. And it is on the 15 minute time frame. As you can see here, look at this. Way up here and way down here. So in the way my trading style is, this is a really bullish move. Why? Because we have several factors. We have a bunch of this just basically pure sideways movement right there. Okay, and then lo and behold, what do we have? A huge spike way up. That's clearing out all the people, right? That is doing a huge clear out of people that have all of their sell orders, right? All their sells and then all their buys. So the stop hunt, big old stop hunt right here, picking up liquidating people, putting liquidation things into the market because a lot of people are just holding because yeah, they're just holding through this, and so this was a huge shakeout. If we scroll back out, we can see the magnitude of how big this was. Let me go here to the that's on the 15 minute. Let's go take a look at the 1 hour. All right. And yeah, we'll see. Let me go and show you what these boxes are first. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour. All right, so there's a really long term first, and you can see, yeah, it hit my box, came down here. This down here was a spring. So if you're into Wyckoff stuff, this is a spring, okay? This is the bottom of the selling climax right here. Interesting times. I haven't done anything on XRP for a while. I was waiting for it to come down in here. And lo and behold, actually, as soon as it cleared that, lo and behold, whammo bammo, yeah, it's getting interesting, guys. And we can see here the magnitude of this move. So like right here and right here. So that's a pretty big move. Let's go into the 15 minute again, and let's scroll in on this bad boy. And please note that I have. Well, let me first make sure that I'm streaming, or else this could be a complete waste of time. Yeah, it looks like I'm streaming. Hey guys, thanks for watching. All right, so yeah, this is absolutely huge. Okay, so people are putting all their excuse me. This is to clear out a bunch of people, to liquidate them, same as below. Notice how far it went up. It was right here on the midterm around. Now this is versus ETH, don't forget. 0.0014, okay, and it went all the way up to 153 and then down to 131. So that's a pretty big jump percentage wise, enough to capture a lot of people that had their orders in here to create liquidity. And lo and behold, one thing on how you can tell that this was just a stop hunt type of thing is because notice how it shot right up. Okay, it shot right up. And yeah, this is on the 15 minute mark, but you know, for somebody who usually looks at the day or the weekly chart, this is like, hey, this is like huge. So anyway, this is a really interesting pattern here. Keep an eye on XRP. Not saying buy, not saying sell, because once again, it's going in here into this holding pattern here. It looks like it could be going. Also notice that this just popped up here on the 15 minute is that we just had a down bar, which is an indicator of a downward trend. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's scroll in a little bit more. And okay, so what we do is in the upper area, and this is like the relative upper area, this whole area there, okay? That's relative upper area. On the high, if we have one that goes down and the close is, you know, around like half or below, that's a downward bar, and that indicates, yeah, downward pressure. Okay, so keep an eye on that. That's a little pattern for you guys. It comes from an extension of Wyckoff, which is volume spread analysis, okay? And we're looking at the volumes here, speaking of them. If we go ahead and bump this way up, huge sell. It's like, oh my gosh, this is from the Futurama that's going on with XRP. Is it a security? Are they going to get slammed in court? Are they this? Are they that? And you notice the amount of FUD. We'll see what happens, right? But for the most part, yeah, this is exciting. This is exciting. So if you guys had your orders placed in here and you got liquidated, oh well. If you didn't have orders and you're just holding, no effect on you, right? No effect. Isn't that interesting? People trade differently. So let me get rid of this line here because I like to keep my charts fairly clean. Good practice to do. Yeah, it's like clean up your room. It's like, yeah, right. Anyway, you guys know what I mean. So this is exciting news for XRP. If we scroll over here, if there's anything on XRP, this is just the latest news that pops up. I'm just giving it a quick scroll, see what's going on. If you guys like XRP, you hate XRP, you know, put it in the comments. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, get notified. I'm terribly at marketing myself, so I need your guys' help on that. I really suck. Thank God I'm a lot better chartist than I am a marketer. Anyway, just scrolling through here real quick. Charlie, Litecoin, yeah, okay, la-da-da-da-da-da. Massive UK newspaper heralds Bitcoin as the golden age of crypto. Yay! Okay, we all love Bitcoin. Well, not all of us. XRP massively falls amid new lawsuit claiming digital unregistered. Yeah, let's take a look at that thing. Is this real or is this FUD? Are you giving me FUD now? Let's see. XRP, third largest. Yeah, okay. 24 hours. Okay. Just scanning this thing. Dropped to 0.28. Yeah, okay, fine. XRP falls 10%. Yeah, okay, fine. Keep in mind when I hear falls over, lawsuits, danger, the sky's falling, Chernobyl, oh my gosh, all these things. That's like music to a shark's ears. Music to a shark's ears. But yeah, so we'll see where this thing goes. Okay, so really, you know, just kind of the older news. I mean, it's not that old, you know, but nothing in the last 20, 30 minutes that, you know, that type of thing. Anyway, so there's XRP. It looks interesting. Let's go see what Bitcoin is doing. BTC USD. Go look at it on, let's do Bitfinex. Why not? Let's go ahead and scroll out here to the, yeah, let's go to the 4 hour. See where it's going. Okay, still chop. Coming down here. It's doing a bounce. It didn't get down to this level, which is a good sign. So it's just doing its thing. Had its automatic rally buying climax, lower test, another lower test. This would indicate that this is actually, the way this looks here, I just think, you know, Bitcoin's just in the chop area here in my last video. But doing a little bit more in depth to give you guys some more info. To give you more info, when you see something like this and it bounced up, you would expect it to actually start going up a little bit and doing tests up here in that area. So right now that looks like Bitcoin. That is a failed test to the high and only reached the midterm here. And only reached the midterm spike, which was the lower point on the preliminary supply. So in other words, there's still a lot of preliminary supply in here. They're doing tests down, test. How far can they sell this? What does the volume look like on these tests? Yeah, it's moderate. Way up here was high. Like, see that? High volume. But it did spike up here a bit. It wasn't going down low. Notice here, in case you guys haven't noticed, how I had these green lines going down. And when you have a declining volume, and yeah, you can chart volume. I just did, see? When you have declining volume going down like that, what happens is that my style is that, yeah, that's an indication for watching for a spike to go up, because that has to deal with the availability of supply. And when there's short supply, well, we all know what happens. The price, hopefully, right? Anyway, this is coming down, doing a test right here at this level. It's no big deal. It's just below the line. Hasn't hit this lower preliminary, you can call it a secondary test right here. Hasn't come down that far. So yeah, it's just doing testing waters. Really a lot of harsh downward pressure trying to get this thing down. That's actually a bullish sign. That means that, yeah, there is a lot of pressure to keep this thing up with that much volume. Same as up in here. All they're doing up in here, that is just standard distribution where they're exchanging their coins for your cash, and they're putting it in their pocket, and so they're trying to do that again and dump it. All they're doing is trying to scare people to sell. They'll buy, that eats up supply. A decrease in supply creates an increase in price, hopefully. So we'll see what happens with that. But with Bitcoin, yeah, I'm actually still looking for it to come up here and eventually do another test up here to this buying climax. So we'll see what happens. But right now, yeah, it just looks like this kind of garbage chop up in here, in this range here, and this range right in here. As you can see, note how I got to clean up my room again. Let's see if I can get that down. All right. So long-term perspective on Bitcoin is, you know, I'm like optimistic on Bitcoin. Okay. I'm pleased that it did not hit this lower box here that I had in yellow. I'm glad it did not hit that. Also, I'm glad it looks like it's not going to hit this in this time frame. Okay, which is really good, because in my opinion that would be a little bit too soon if it got up to this area this quickly. Okay, so I'm looking for it to go up here actually past this time frame. That time frame is like after mid-September, so we'll see. But if it climbs up there, it's like, uh-oh, I'll be watching. Notice it's red. I'll be watching for people to start dumping, because to me, if it went up way high like that quick, that would be where they're just spiking the price so they can try to dump their coins, dump their bags, i.e. distribution. But this whole pattern right in here is starting to look a lot like reaccumulation to me. So I'm going to copy this reaccumulation one, see if I can paste it here. Control C, Control V if you didn't know that. And I'm just going to put it up in here and label this whole little campaign is what it's called, reaccumulation. And I'm going to make it a little bit larger. Yeah, let's make it larger. Let's go to 28. Okay, that's better. So we'll see what happens in longer term. Yeah, there you go. So, hey, give you any idea. That's just my opinion. Also, keep in mind, we have Craig's vision of where he'd like to see a lot of the coins go. Hopefully it never goes down there. I doubt it. I just think that's funny. That's like, yeah, if he sells all his stuff or whatever, we'll see, you know, whatever. I'm not even going there. Right now, it looks like... so these are the pretty much the main ranges that it's bouncing in, the main trading ranges, which is cool. It was bouncing below, so we had the previous buying climax, which is right here. This line I just drew, that was the previous buying climax. Sometimes it does come all the way and bounce there. That's quite aggressive bounce, which is interesting. And just taking a look at it from this perspective, I mean, it looks kind of small. But just looking at it here, if we draw a line, if we from the bottoms, I mean, we're basically, oh, garbage. Let me get out of it there. We're basically looking at, you know, just, oh, come on, line. There. Okay, I mean, that's like our trend, okay? Well, not quite there, but maybe right around there. Let's see. Let's try to draw a realistic trend. Kind of do it off of the angle of these guys right in here. And yeah, that's about right. Just going off this general trend. It's not exact, but that should give us a pretty good idea. So, right, yeah. So we'll see. And it can go up in here. I mean, you know, there's leeway, right? Charting is an art form. Okay, guys. So, yeah, if there's any, that's about it. If there's anybody on the comments, I'm going to go say hi real quick. But, you know, hey, what do you think of XRP? Good or bad? I don't care. It's interesting. It's all about truth. If you just don't say XRP sucks or XRP rules. But why? Why? Okay, give us your reason. Educate somebody that might not know what you're talking about, and to give them a real reason other than you hate it or you like it. Yeah, it's called conversation, man. It's a lot better. Get more info. All right, so that's about it, guys. Just going to head on over to the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and get notified. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hey, Mark X. So you think XRP rocks? Well, it is, hey, it looks bullish to me, man. That is a really bullish move. Let's go back over to XRP. Let's look at it versus USDT on the Binance, because we just looked at it. Oh yeah, this is wonderful. This is awesome. And I'm not being sarcastic here, guys. I'm not being sarcastic. Okay, so what we have is it's almost coming down to that box, which is like really, really cool that I had a target box. Probably wondering how in hell I have these target boxes. This is on the 4 hour. Let's go out to the day. And yeah, look at that. I drew that box. I'm sure a lot of people puked, but it's like almost there, man. It's in that, the level on that for USD is about, yeah, 23.5 cents, 23 cents. So we'll see. We'll see. But it did hit my other boxes here. 1, 2, 3, and I am making tutorials on how to actually draw these cool little boxes. Wouldn't it be cool if you had those boxes? Well, if you don't, one way you can get them is by watching my channel. Subscribe, you know, hey, all that good stuff. Anyway, so yeah, for XRP, this is like a nice, huge dip. We'll see what happens, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So this is like, to me, bullish. It's, you know, keep in mind, look at this. Look at this. What do I have on there? I have a great white shark. It's because I'm a shark, guys. When I see stuff, this is blood in the water. It's like, it is like blood in the water. The whales, excuse me, the sharks are tearing apart the whales. That's what they're doing. They're eating its guts out right now. And, yeah, so that's a cool thing. Let's scroll into let's go to the 5 minute, why not? See what it's doing. Yeah, I had a little bit of dump, and, oh, let me fix my auto thing. Okay, that was a nice dump, but look at that wicked bounce. Look at that wicked bounce, okay? So that is definitely, you know, that is not natural. If you did not know, that is not natural. This is engineered. And this is the type of stuff that we look for. But also keep in mind, trend is your friend, right? But nevertheless, this is what we look for. It is always, they always want to give people a reason to mask what they're going to do. Okay? So you can say, oh, why did this dump? Why did this dump? If this dumped just because it's Wednesday, people would be wondering why. And so they got to say, why did this dump? Oh, it's from the SEC. That's why. And it makes them feel better. That's just a bunch of garbage, okay? It dumped because the market makers, the people that hold the coin, wanted to dump to clear out all of these orders to pick up coins. And look what happens. They're buying them. They're buying them. All these people selling them or were forced to sell because they had their orders put in there. Yeah. Anyway, so I really watch for this. I don't pay attention to the news because the news has issues with, well, Veritas. Let's put it that way. With это не правда. Okay, it's not quite truthful in all the time. Let's put it that way. I know that they really try to be truthful as much as possible, and you know, but for the most part, I just don't even watch it. I watch the chart because you can tell if something is actually going to happen by watching the chart. That something's going to happen. You can actually predict stuff. What am I talking about? It's because, yeah, this was going down low and slow, and then all of a sudden, whammo, let's really try to bump it because nobody is in the market. There aren't any new buyers and there aren't any new sellers, so they got to shake it up, man. You got to shake it up. Look at it from a point of view of an exchange or a bunch of exchanges out there. They're looking for transactions, okay? And I'm not saying, hey, they did this on purpose or whatever, but they're looking for liquidity. They're looking for liquidity, and that's an important piece. So this is XRP versus the Tether pairing USDT. Cool stuff. So Gail says, tonight we feast. Me and my fellow XRP vampires. Yeah, if you're a vampire, this is a neck shot, man. That's a neck shot right there. Yeah. Oh, what about versus BTC? Yeah, let's go take a look at it because we did Ether. And let's look at XRP versus BTC. There it is. Why not on the Binance? Same thing, man. Same thing as USD, except it looks even better. It looks even better. This is a scrumptious. This is delicious, man. This is the dinner bell. This is the dinner bell. This is on the 5-minute. Okay? This is dinner for sharks. Look at all those sharks. Oh, they're getting full. Okay, let's get some FOMO in. All right, all right. Yeah, so what happens on this? Look, right here at the midline. Right here at the midline, guys. Okay. I mean, as a basic rule of thumb, if you just kind of follow the general trends of these midlines, instead of trying to be all exact and going between these little points and this and that, and you know, you can actually do pretty well. Okay, you can actually do pretty well. So this was wicked nice. This was wicked nice. Some people got liquidated, don't you think? Yeah, that's a stop hunt from hell. That's what that is. Stop hunt from hell. And lo and behold, look, it's coming up, come down, whammo bammo. Don't you know? Let's look at it on the 1 minute. Why not? Yeah. Okay, there you guys go. 1 minute. Everybody looks at the 1 minute, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, having too much fun with this. And yes, crypto is fun and exciting. That's for sure. Everything else in the market, dumping. Look at the sear red. Yeah. Enough with that garbage. Heavens. Okay, so there you go. T Clapson, there's your BTC. Delta Echo, hello. Like the name. Hope you read me 5x5. I got some people were saying yesterday, but that my microphone was a bit muffled. Hope it's not muffled. Hey, Reluctant. Hey, Dances, how's it going? Yo. XRP and VET, my two favorite cryptos. Yeah. I mean, I love Ripple, okay? I love Ripple. I got out of it when it was like at 50 cents. And I did a video on it saying, yeah, I'm getting out. And I've just been waiting, okay? I've been waiting for Dumporama. And let's see. Let's go over here to the Binance. Come on. Get out. Come on. There we go. And let's go look at, see if I have it on the ETH chart. XRP. Is this the one where I have it drawn? Yeah, let me blow this up for you. I've showed this chart. I had this chart a long time ago. And so yeah, I was looking at stuff below this line here. And that it was going to come dump way down into this box, and lo and behold, it did. Didn't quite reach way down here, which is nice. It actually made a turn up. So this is looking pretty nice, and it's actually, this is the bottom of a markdown. Okay, this is the bottom of the markdown. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But interesting time here. And this is way back, if you time frame right around in here when I drew this was I don't know, back in, I don't know, September, October of 2018. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, interesting stuff. So yeah, VET, let's take a look at VET. That's why I wanted to go to Binance. Yeah, why not? Let's look at it versus ETH, and we'll look at it versus the other pairs. If you guys don't know, I like VET. Yeah, Vechain. Let's go ahead and blow this bad boy up. Here we go. Okay, it's still in this huge, big-ass campaign. This is a multi-year campaign, guys. Multi-year campaign. It's at the lower levels. It's just now coming up to the upper excuse me, it's just now coming up around to the starting to go above. Looks like it's going to start approaching the lower trading bounds here. Okay, this is multi-year. This is a multi-year. How many times have I said that? Too many times, right? But anyway, it looks like yeah. Keep your eyes on Vechain. Keep your eyes on Vechain. This is looking interesting. This spike up here, that was from the summit, and it's been dumping ever since. There's some spikes. There was a buyback, and there's some buybacks here going on. So we'll see. This huge buyback was from, I believe. Wait, this is on the day? Yeah. It could be from the foundation. We'll see. No, that's not from the foundation. But, yeah, anyway, the bottoms here pretty still, pretty quiet, about the same level here. And, yeah, so I'm looking forward to come right back up into this big, huge trading range, okay? This is huge trading range, okay? Yeah, so that's Vechain. If you haven't looked at Vechain, I highly suggest you do. They are like totally awesome. If people say they're a scam, you say absolutely, because scam stands for solid company, awesome management. That's how I see it. Anyway, do your own research on Vechain. Way to do that's easy is go over to CoinGecko or whatever. Scroll down right now. Oh, they're up to 34. They've been pumping around. But you can click on Vechain and then go to the Reddit. Great page. Great page to look at. If you go to their daily chat, and up here at the top, they have like all these resources and stuff. Applications, what is Vechain, a bunch of links where you can do your research. And when you start getting into Vechain, it'll take you a while to do your research. That is for sure. That is for sure. SJ, can I cover the BTC chart? Yeah, we'll take a look at BTC once again. BTC, USD. Whoops. Oh, that's on the 1 minute. Yeah, let's go to the 45. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just jumping around doing its thing. Let me go to a different one. Let's go to the Bitfinex. Yeah, I mean, it's jumping around here. It is at its, at the lower point, at the point of the AR, the automatic rally or recovery. And yeah, looks like it's going to start bouncing above it. What we do have is a nice upward sloping trend here, which is nice. And so this thing right here, this was a really important point in time right here back in July 19th. That was almost like a turn in a change in character. Okay, a change in character. So we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. But for me, I'm just thinking that, yeah, it's just going to be bouncing around in between these trading range areas here, creating volatility, making people panic, making them sell, doing all this and that. Just standard Wyckoff stuff, okay? But yeah, it's like I just labeled this thing, reaccumulation. They're picking up your coins is what they're doing. They're trying to scare people, creating FUD. They use news agencies. They use banks. They use whoever they can. Hey, scare people, whatever. And believe me, on something that's this big and this important in the future, yeah. Okay, but right now this is just it's another reaccumulation phase. What was the previous one? Let's scroll in. Let me put my auto scale back on. Was this phase right here that we had? People, you know, look how far it went up and down, okay? Had some mini phases in there, but for all in all, we could say that, hey, we're right here, okay? Let me scroll in some more. You can say that like we're right about at this point, right in here, okay? If you guys can see that, let me go ahead. There. We're about right there in this pattern, okay? So yeah, we're looking for it to do something. But this whole thing is reaccumulation, and that's what I'm looking for. This whole thing in a much larger scale is being reaccumulation. So if we scroll out, make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, reaccumulation. Yeah, that's basically it. I'll go ahead and leave that on the screen so you guys can take a screenshot and do all your arrows and charting and TA on that. Yeah. Oh man, XRP bullish move. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, gotta have fun with this, man. So Gail says XRP slowly integrating into the world's financial systems. Yeah, they are sure putting pressure on Swift. Have you noticed some of those comments about Swift? Yeah, Swift is like coming under pressure. Continuing on. If one has an eye for the macro view, it's clear that XRP has a bright future. Yeah. Okay, there you go. It very well could. It's, yeah. Hope them the best and all the XRP holders. Like I said, I'm not a hater of XRP. I just sold the coins. Hey, it's called taking profit, man. Taking profit. Hope you guys have taken profit before in coins. Hey, G Cryptic says, I bought the dip. Well, I'm either crazy or a genius, maybe both. Genius is a type of craziness. You know, it just is. But hey, you know, if you're crazy, you're genius, you went with your gut, you followed your instinct, there you go. I mean, what more can you do, right? You can look at charts, you could capitulate, you could waffle back and forth. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? You could be swayed by whatever. Follow your gut, follow your instincts, follow what you think. Whammo bammo, you make a decision and you go from there, right? Yeah. And you go from there. So, hey, best of luck to you, Chi. Hey, Edgar, thanks for watching. So, Edgar said he shorted from 12K. Awesome. I assume you're talking about Bitcoin. Yeah, what else is 12K out there, right? God, I need more coffee. So he's waiting on the sideline, mostly cash. Okay, so that's what Edgar's doing. All right. Hey, Mike and Millie, how's it going? Cheers, mate. So he's thinking an out rally may soon come and Vechain can moon. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. There's been a lot of negativity in the market. And they have really been pushing people, trying to push them down, right? They're trying to push their attitude to get them depressed. Oh, it's over. And yeah, there's a bunch of garbage coins out there that shouldn't exist. You know what they are. You've seen them. But then there's also a lot of great projects. There's some hidden gems out there. And crypto is just becoming more and more integrated into society. And we're at the very beginning. We're the 1%ers here, guys. So yeah, a rally could be coming soon. Yeah. And that's just this coming rally. Wait till the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. Yeah. Wait till China can buy Vechain. Holy moly. Yeah, until that day. Gil says every set Vechain goes up will be a celebration. Heck, man, I'm counting the Satoshis. Just one sat, man. If you guys didn't know, Vechain's been under a lot of pressure. It's been going down one sat at a time, and it's had tremendous buy-sell walls. We're talking hundreds upon hundreds, almost thousands of Bitcoins into sell and buy walls. It's ridiculous. It's a joke, man. Let's go see what it is. Just for laughs. Let's go over here to BTC. Let's go look at VET. Well, first here, this is VET versus ETH. Yeah, okay, it has some pretty good stuff there. Let's see what it is. Oh yeah, 17 Bitcoin, 9 Bitcoin, 6 Bitcoin, 5, 3. Yeah, look at that. Up here 10. And then right below 11, 17, 12. So not a whole bunch. Sometimes there would be like 100 here, 200, 100, 100. They really didn't want that going anywhere. Right now it's at 44 sats, so we'll see where it goes. And it's going to go right where they want it to go. Okay, this thing is on autopilot, and it is being remotely controlled. So we'll see what happens. Interesting on why it is being so tightly controlled. That is interesting. Yeah. Put in the comments. What do you think? Why is it being controlled so tightly? With such a heavy hand, they are making sure it's not going anywhere. They don't want it to. But yeah, Vechain. Love Vechain. Price totally sucks. I mean, it totally sucks. But fantastic project. It's getting real world stuff done out there, and hopefully they'll release the buy and sell walls, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Excuse me, let me get some coffee. Hey, Michael Baker, asking any thoughts on the SEC charges against Veritasium and what it might mean for ICOs in general. Yeah, well, the SEC has really been, they haven't ruled on anything much, have they? They've been going off after the little guys and stuff like that, and Veritasium. We'll see. I remember that thing was like $300-400 plus, and now it's like at what, $5, $4? Just took a dump, right? Do I think it's going to be classified as I'm thinking about it right now. I'm thinking about it again. I really don't think it'll be classified as a security. It has a chance. It could, yeah, but the energy, just from an energetic point of view, it's not there. This is just something to scare people with. Okay? It's a scare tactic. Because what's happening is that people dump out of vaults, they'll dump out of Veritasium, they'll dump out of Bitcoin, everything. They'll just dump. And that is out of fear. Because everything will be classified as a security, except for Digibyte. And we'll just see what happens. But everybody's afraid. Take a step back. Look at, like a big step back. Take a look at the general overall market, the general overall trends. Okay? And if you want to see where this thing's going, I always have this, or usually always have it right here. It says must watch long-term Bitcoin's future growth. There's a link. Go watch that. That will give you like a 5-10 year perspective on Bitcoin and its future, and it's remote viewing. And I've done updates on this, and I've hit so far about 70% of the calls in this. Okay. So I'm about 70% accurate, and it's because the stuff that I haven't been accurate on yet is because it just hasn't had time to occur. We're not there yet, okay? But yeah, take a look at that if you're in doubt about Bitcoin or crypto as a whole, okay? So we'll see. But the SEC charges, it's like, man, it's just FUD. It's like bulldogs. All of a sudden in the news, you hear, not bulldogs, but pit bulls. All of a sudden you have like a pit bull attack, and then the next news agency picks up on it. Then everybody's talking about pit bulls, and all of a sudden pit bulls are like the worst thing that ever landed on Earth. And then a week later, it's like nothing. It's something else. Everything, this is a fear. It's a fear cycle. Okay? That's what the news media is. It's a fear cycle. Okay? It's a fear cycle, and just be aware of that. Say this is fear, okay? Does Veritasium being classified as a security actually make sense? Go do your research on it, okay? But this thing could be, because they could say, well, it doesn't matter what the law says. We want it to be, we want to punish people, and we want it classified as a security, and then we can go after a whole bunch of others because that'll give us a basis, and then we can go do our dirty deeds or whatever. And yeah, I mean, you can think of it where they're doing stuff like that, but for the most part, yeah, this is just FUD, okay? I'm not putting a lot of weight into it. We'll see what happens. We have, what, about 9-10 days until we actually start hearing something, so we'll see. So best of luck to Reginald and his team there with Veritasium, okay? So SJ says, I don't like XRP because it deals with the banksters. Yeah, and you know what? When you're in Wall Street, and then you start looking at its partnerships and their banks, who are you familiar dealing with? Banks, right? So investors are going to say, oh, well, this guy's with this bank, and I know that bank, and this could be a solid thing. And lo and behold, you could have these investors that are going to be coming on board from Wall Street, seeing partnerships that they're familiar with. Okay, that's a big deal. It's like IBM and Vechain. It's like IBM with Stellar. I haven't heard much of that yet, anything from that of lately. But yeah, you see that. XRP and Amex. Amex is a player on the street, man. It's a big player. Everybody knows Amex. So when I'm talking about the retail investors on Wall Street start coming in, they'll say, oh yeah, well, hey, do you know XRP's with Amex? Oh, do you know VeChain is doing stuff with IBM? These are familiar things that will help bring them in, okay? And that's what we look at, okay? That gives value to a project whether or not it's valueless, okay? And I'm not saying either one of those are valueless, but that's what happens, okay? Because people will go off of the associations that they've made. And it'll be familiar associations, and so they'll tend to go towards that easier than not, okay? So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Keep that in mind. You don't have to love XRP. You don't have to hate it. Keep in mind, all we're here is to chart it and know when to get in and out. It does not matter really what the coin or derivative or stock is, all right? Well, I am partial to Lockheed, I must say. And I am partial to Microsoft, I must say. I'm not an Apple dude. So I can never see myself buying Apple, but that's because I'm a computer guy. But that's just me, man. Enough of that tangent. So, Cryptomite. XRP super bullish. It looks just like December 2017. There you go. Yeah, we'll see. A lot of bad FUD is interesting, man. Yeah, XRP will do what it does regardless of people's feelings towards it. Yep. Yeah, that's the one thing. This market with these dumps that I showed with XRP, the huge spike up and down, where they're creating liquidity, stop hunts and stuff. That's just a play on people's emotions, man. That's what it's designed to do, to create fear. So, meditate. Reduce your emotions when you trade. Meditate. It's the secret. The secret to trading is to do it while you're in a meditative state. That is the secret to trading, guys. The Guild Travel says Russian. Nice. Спасибо. Говорит по-русски, да? Crypto TT. Okay, let's see. So he's saying next 5 months be wild for XRP holders. Yeah. So we'll see. There could be a lot of. It's gearing up to where it looks like. Yeah, it could be wild. Could be a wild ride. So no one says. Fox News just said Ford and GM are stashing billions and billions, prepping for the recession. So they're preppers. Hey, right on. Right on. Might be a recession for them, not for this company. BYD, build your dreams. Electric cars. Yeah. They make electric buses for cities. Mass transit. They have a facility in the Antelope Valley, which is just in the high desert, just north of Los Angeles. Yeah, they make the big electric buses that LA buys, that San Diego buys, that San Francisco, that UK. You know, they make a whole bunch of other things, and they're the largest electric car manufacturer in China. And really cool thing, they're a partner with Vechain. So I don't think these guys are looking at any downturn, but Ford and GM might be. Hey, we had to bail GM out before, remember that? I don't think there's going to be a bailout this time, so they better stash those billions. I'm not saying bad luck to them or anything like that. They've really improved their quality of late, that's for sure. Daniel Tracy, DGB? Yeah, DGB. Digibyte. Digibyte's awesome, man. Do your research on it. So they're Ford and GM are stashing what? DGB, yeah. Maybe they'll get a DGB wallet in them. That'd be cool. Hey, Matan, how's it going? Thanks for watching. Oh, Mike, sorry to hear about Millie there. But I'm glad everything's all good. So, yeah. Best of luck to her with her surgery. Yeah. No one says Ford and GM are stacking dollars. They never mention that they're stashing crypto. Yeah, I think they're stashing crypto. Hard to trace, or so they think. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, I hope Sonny has some announcements coming soon too, okay? I think he's in the US right now for a week or two, so we'll see what happens. Interesting. So Crypto Mike's has almost bought a chunk of Very a week ago. Glad he didn't. Yeah. Yeah, people hold him Very. Yeah, I mean, you know, just follow your gut and your instincts, man. And we'll see what's going up with Very. But I mean, my gosh, that sucker hit $500, didn't it? I remember I was looking at that, it's like, oh, I gotta buy some. And I was thinking, oh man, no, I can buy a heck of a lot more Vechain at the price than I can Very. So, yeah. Anyway, that was way back when. But yeah, if that thing kicks off like a lot of other projects, if they can really deliver on what they say they're going to do, it's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right? So CryptoMikes has got a vision of Hive blockchain. It was shown to me by Arcturians, I assume. Or some other dimensional beings. Can I take a look into it? Yeah, well, I did a video you guys should watch. It was on how the Anunnaki are in the market, right? Did you guys see that video on the Anunnaki? Yeah, but the Hive blockchain, closest thing, that's called holochain, guy. That's called holochain, peer-to-peer. Interesting. Blockchain without interesting project holochain is. It's been sucking of late, but you know, things do what they do. But interesting project. So we'll see. Hive blockchain, yeah. Interesting concept. We'll see what happens. That's eventually where it's going. Okay, it's like a hive. Okay. Okay, so Steve Knight wants to know, when it comes to investing, do I wait for like confirmed uptrends? No, I do not wait. I do not wait for anything confirmed. I get or I buy or sell before things happen. Okay? That is me It is not for everyone. It's just my style. But like here for BTC, that's why I have these boxes here and stuff. And for Wyckoff, because I can see pretty much where it's going. And I know it's going to go within this range. If I'm looking at day to day, minute to minute, you know, you can do that, but it's a real pain because of you have to track for taxes and this and that. You can make a little bit of money, but it's not worth the time and effort. So I tend to hold longer. But yeah, so I'm looking for it. Okay, it's going to be down in this range, then it's going to come up to here, and then yeah, eventually it might come down here or put up here. And so what I'm doing is like down in here. Okay, as soon as I know, yeah, okay, well this looks like reaccumulation. Wham! I'll buy here, and then I'll just sit and wait for it to come up. And I'll say, okay, come up to the buying climax and dump it, and then I'll say, okay, I'll wait for it to come back down. That's what I'll do. Okay, so I could have a trade that goes on for years, or I could have a trade that goes on for a few months. But as far as a confirmation, waiting for a confirmation, never do that, man. I never do that. I'm not saying you should never do that, but I never do that. But a lot of people do. But if in my opinion, if you're waiting for confirmations, then you should just hold, because you have no idea where the market's going. Okay, you're waiting for everybody else, and by that time hits, that might be great and stuff in stocks, but this is not stocks, man. This is crypto. This is crypto. This is where we go down to the 1 minute. Look at this dump. Look at this dump right here. That's in just 2-3 minutes. Okay, whammo, and then a few minutes later, whammo, dump. Are you going to wait till it hits here and then just get trashed? Are you going to have your sell orders in here and then get liquidated? You know, what's your trade? But me, I'm far, far, far more aggressive, to where I do not wait for confirmations. In fact, in this scenario here, what I do is I buy into the downward. You can think of this as like just being a whole waterfall filled with water. Okay, there's water, whole bunch of coins, right? Billions and billions of coins, and it's dumping. I'm in here buying. That's where I'm buying. Okay, so I have a bucket. That's what I do. Sometimes when I see it dumping like this, I catch the knives. That's just me. Don't suggest that for people that don't know what they're doing or have an idea of where it's going with any type of relative certainty. Okay? When I make a trade, I try to do it within 1 to 2 alphas of certainty. And that's because I can do that because I have tracking of my trades, of how successful the trades are and in what circumstances they are, so I know my trading abilities. But hardly anybody does that, and so they have no clue. They're lost, and so buying into dumps like that is very, very, very risky. But you know, if you want to wait for confirmations and follow along, hey, that's a trading style that a lot of people do. I just don't practice it. One thing is that I'm not in the crypto market. This is a really important point, guys. Probably the most important point of a video I made in a while. I'm not in the crypto market for safety. I'm in the crypto market for extreme volatilities. For safety, I'm in other things. For crypto, it's the percent to go after that wildcat well. And that means where there could be a 1 in 1,000 chance that it's going to skyrocket. 1 in 2,000 chance, okay? Whammo. But if it hits, man, okay, you have an oil well. Wildcat wells, what they used to call them. And for me, that's crypto. So I am not like your average person here. I'm looking at stuff. I'm looking for extreme volatility. I'm looking for stuff that would make regular people puke. And when I see it dumping down here, that's when I get excited. Okay, I'm looking for blood in the streets. I'm looking for people that are buying up at the top, and I'll say, here you go, have some of mine. Okay, have some. You can have it if you want it that bad. But that's me, man. It's part of being a shark. It's not for everyone. Okay, it is not for everyone. So no, I don't wait for confirmations at all. DCA, yeah, I don't DCA. When it gets down low and there's blood, yeah, I'll pick some up. Extremely high risk, absolutely. The riskier, the better. Thanks for the question there, Stephen Knight. Oh crap! Mike Melly says he saw a pump on a coin a few days ago, 31 cents to 31 bucks, up and down. Yeah, watch for those pumps. The thing is with that is usually low liquidity coins, and then when you try to cash out, the thing is that it might be 31, but if you have all those coins and you sell it, yeah, you might get 1 or 2 coins at 31, and then you get a few more at 29 and a few more at 27. In other words, you're buying and you're creating slippage because there's such low liquidity. Yeah. So keep your eyes open for that. Not everything is like 31 bucks, when you go to sell. Just a heads up. How much to invest in Vechain to make a decent profit? I don't know. I don't know. Wish I could give you a better answer than I don't know style. Okay, I'll take a look at that hive chain. Sounds interesting, man. Anything with Arcturians or the Anunnaki or Pleiadians or Sumerians or Australians, I'm interested in. Australians have some interesting artifacts there in Australia, some interesting petroglyphs and stuff. Egyptian, I believe. Egyptian in nature. Isn't that interesting? Good old Aussie land down under. Hey, Rue, how's it going? Player. Let's go take a look at Player. How high do I think Player can go? 10 years out? I don't know. If you guys don't know what Player is, you can get it on OceanX. That's oceanxex.pro. I actually have a little bit of that. Haven't looked at it in a while. I actually have it on Vet. This is like the only thing I sold Vet for. This and OceanX. But not a lot, okay? So don't harp on me, man. Player versus Vet down almost 1%. 72 ticks. That's on the day. Let's scroll out. Okay. Just about, yeah, let's call that a hit on my box. Down here playing, yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, Player looks good right now. It's doing its thing. It's its warm-up phase. People will start to say eventually, oh, this is a cup and handle. Oh, look, it's forming a cup and handle. And so they'll be buying up in here or up in here. instead of here because they're waiting for confirmation. And that's okay. That's their thing. Yeah, player actually looks good. Right now it is at 0.013 of a vet. Okay. 10 years, that's a long time out, man. Who knows? This industry is so huge. It could take off and be something. It could be just dump and be nothing. It could just stay the same, right? But it's an interesting project. But 10 years out, it's just really too early to tell. Okay, but check out Player. Interesting project. It's in the gaming industry. Okay, gaming, and it's starting to make progress on the things that it's doing. Okay, so check out its project. Check out Ocean X too. Hold vet, sell your VThor. Yeah, that's what I actually did. I sold my VThor for vet, and I bought that. I bought Ocean X and Player, and that's what I do. That's what I mean when I sell my VThor. When I sell my vet, because I cash my VThor and I buy, and then I hold on to a little bit of vet. That's my standard practice of how I deal with Vechain. So Shane says crypto is volatile, but still the best risk-reward ratio in any investment that I know of. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. Australians are tough, yeah. Shane says, how about ancient aliens? Am I a believer? Well, let's put it this way. How in heck did Egyptian carvings and stuff like that get in Australia? Okay? Unless the Egyptians visited. And as far as the Sphinx is way older than 5,000-6,000 years. Way older. Just the weathering on it says it was from a different time when there was actually vegetation in Egypt and stuff, which was around 13,000 years ago. Okay, so there's something happened, I don't know, 6,000-7,000 years ago. About 7,000, I would say. And then there was something before, and so we kind of lost that history before. And what was there? Well, that's interesting stuff. Actually making a video game on that time before. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Yeah, I'm a developer. I'm an indie developer. I make video games. And so I'm working on my first big one. And that's what it is on, man. The time before history. So J-Dub wants to know, can you deposit fiat directly into Ocean X? I know they're working on it. It will probably be for like the UK first and stuff. And we'll see what happens with the US. But I know it's in the pipeline of where they're going to be in the future. But as far as right this second, I don't think so. Oh, so Token Vision talks about Vechain. That's cool. Spreading the love. So what do I think of VET maybe being on Binance US? If it doesn't, maybe get on Coinbase. Yeah, we'll see if it gets on. If it gets on Binance US, Binance has an awful lot of Vechain coins. So just given that, they're gonna want to the ability to dump more onto the U.S. market. So I'm actually going to say there's a pretty high probability that Vechain is going to be on Binance US. All right, and keep in mind, Binance and Binance US are separate entities. CZ isn't running it. Okay, it's licensed. It's like I don't know, what do you call those? Like McDonald's. Not every McDonald's is McDonald's. They're licensed. Yeah. But so we'll see. Okay. Coinbase, don't know about Coinbase, man. They're starting to get some riffraff. Just have Barclays pull out of Coinbase, right? Barclays made it real nice for UK folks to deposit fiat, to where it happened like instantly. Now they're working with Clearbank. So, but right now, while I last heard, it takes a few days to get your fiat in to Binance. I mean to Coinbase. Anyway, we'll see what happens with VET on Coinbase. That's a little bit more iffy. Binance US, I think the odds are a lot higher. So Barry DGV says, I keep buying Digibyte, Vechain, and Cardano at these heavenly prices. Yeah, feels like you're buying several winning lottery tickets cheap. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, let's go take a look at DGB. Okay, heavily controlled. It's on the 1 minute. Let's go to the 4 hours, see what it's been doing. Oh, yeah, it had the nice spike too. Yeah. This is what people like in Wyckoff, what we call a change of character. It came up here, bounced up, and it had a failure. It couldn't get above there. It's supposed to like just keep on going, but then it didn't. It certainly looked like it was going to, but then yeah, it had the big old drop down. This is like a changing character here, guys. So there you go, which would be actually, this is on a 4 hour. If I go out here to the day, whoops, go out to the day, Digibyte, looking tasty, man. It's down at the lows. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it was having a nice Wyckoff pattern here. It failed, been dumping ever since, which is what it does. And then yeah, so it looks like it could be trying again. Hopefully it'll come back up in this area. We'll see. But yeah, I'm a long-term fan of Digibyte, that's for sure. I did a remote viewing on it. It has very interesting energy about it. Very interesting energy. It's has long-term energy, which a lot of cryptos don't have long-term energy past 3-4 years. Okay, but Digibyte does. Interesting. Anyway, that's about it, guys. I got to get back to programming, and more importantly, back to making my videos on how to do Wyckoff stuff. So yeah, so you guys can watch that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Hang in there. Put in your comments about XRP. Love it, hate it. Tell us why. Blah, blah, blah. And best luck to you. All right. Catch you later. Bye.